Okay, and now our next one is going to be on how to take those reduced photos and put them into PowerPoint. Now the first thing we want to do is open PowerPoint. It'll either be down on your taskbar here at the bottom. It could be in a shortcut on your desktop here, where you may have to click this Windows icon and go find it on your tile screen. And now I'm going to open PowerPoint, and under blank presentation I'm going to click that, and it opens up our presentation here. Now the first thing we want to do is go up to our tabs up at the top left hand corner, and we want to click on this Insert tab. And when we open that, it changes all the buttons down here in this ribbon, and we want to go to the sixth one over, and it's Photo Album. Click on that. That'll bring open our photo album box. We want to click File Disk is our insert picture from right here. File Disk. Click that. And then we need to go search for our photos that we want to add to this PowerPoint. Now, mine are on my desktop, so I go here, and then it'll bring up all our icons on our desktop, and I'm going to scroll down. Here's my Fire Loss files, my 2014, and my Trainer Joe. There we go. And here's our Trainer Joe photographs folder. We're going to open that. Now we're going to open our reduced folder, the ones we just made smaller using Picasa. Do the same thing there. I'm going to highlight this first one. I'm going to use Control and punch the A button, and that's going to highlight all of our files here. Then we're going to go down and click the Insert, and as you can see, it's now listed all of our reduced photos into the album. Now right here where it says Album Layout, Picture Layout, this is where we want to change things. We want to hit that little down arrow, and instead of using Fit to Slide, which is its default, we want to go down to One Picture with Title. And then we come over and hit the Create button. And as you can see, now we've got all of our photos in our PowerPoint. Now the first thing we want to change once they all get into our PowerPoint is this black background, because that's going to be murder if we have to try to print it. We go back up to our tabs here in the top left, and we click on the Design tab. It's the third one over from File, and we want to click on this one right here that's the white background. When you click that, as you can see, it changes all of our backgrounds to white and leaves our pictures the same, and everybody's happy. Now the next thing we want to do is change our formats up just a little bit here. I want to type in Crane and Associates in this field, and I'm going to grab this little handle right here in the middle, and I'm going to drag it way down. Whoops, maybe not quite that far down. There we go. The next thing I want to do is highlight Photo Album, and as you can see, it's got its own box as well. I'm going to take that and drag it down just a little bit to give us plenty of room to work with in here. I'm going to highlight our text, right click, which will bring up some options, and what we want to do is come down here to this number, and that's our font size, and we want to change our font size to 14, and then hit the enter button. As you can see, it shrank our text here. And we also want to click the button directly underneath that 14. You see the center button is highlighted. That means everything's centered in this box. We want to click the left justify button, which is the one directly to the left of that. Now in this box is where we want to put our file information. We want our insured. And tab over a couple of times to give us some space. That's going to be Joe Trainer. And then we want the loss location. 1234 Joe Trail. Hit the enter button. If you tab over twice there, it'll bring you right back up under that. So we can put the rest of our loss location. We want to put the claim number. Date of loss. And we want to put our CA number. Once we've got all that information in, we'll use our little handle here and slide it over and get it nice and centered so it looks presentable. The next thing we want to do is highlight our first tile over here that's got a photograph on it. And then we want to go up to our top tabs again and click the very last one that says View. And when you click View, we're going to go right above Master Views here and click on the Slide Master button. When we click that, it says click to edit master style. We want to highlight that text. Right click it and change that to 14. Now these we want to be center justified. So we want to click this little button here right underneath the font size arrow. And that'll slide that right over to the middle. Now we'll close the master view by hitting the big red X. And as you can see, what this does is it changes all of them to the proper size. It keeps you from having to do them individually. The next thing we want to do is click our Insert tab, slide over to Header and Footer, which is about 2/3 of the way over from the left, and it's going to bring up the Header and Footer box. I want to click the first one that says Date and Time, and then click the bubble next to Fixed. And in that field, we'll put Crane and Associates. Underneath that, we want to click the box that says Slide Number, click the box that says Footer. Underneath Footer is where we'll put our claim number. And then we also want to click this very last box that says Don't Show on Title Slide, because all of this information is already on our title slide. Then we want to click the button in the middle that says Apply to All. And when we go to our screen here, or our first
slide with the picture.
First slide with the picture. Thank you. You can see at the bottom, it's got our name, the claim number, and the slide number. From here, we want to save. So we'll click the File button, scroll down, and click the Save button. It's on your computer, not on this OneDrive thing. And then over here on the right shows your recent folders that you had open. I'm going to go the long way and start with the desktop, because that's where our initial folder is located. As you can see here, we've got our fire loss files. We want to navigate our way to our original photographs files. Now with our original photographs files open, this is where we want to save our PowerPoint. We're going to name this Joe Trainer Photographs with Descriptions. Click our Save button right there at the bottom. Now we've got all this saved. To make it email friendly, we want to save this as a PDF. So we're going to do this the same way we just did. We're going to click File, But instead of clicking the Save tab, we want to go one directly under that, which is the Save As tab. We're going to click that. Make our way back to it from our desktop, Fire Loss Files, our date, and then we're back into our photographs file. Now here where it says Save As Type, this is the important part of this one. We want to click our down arrow, and our fourth option down is PDF, and that's what we want to save it in. So we click PDF. As you can see, this has changed. Now we hit Save, and it's going to publish it, and then it will open it so you can see what it is you just published. And that is the best thing to send to the client. Now if you make changes in your PowerPoint, you will have to go back and save again in PDF to make sure that those both are the same. And that should be it.